Welcome to the She Makes Africa podcast, brought to you through the efforts of the AWEC Alumni Network. Women's entrepreneurship is the lifeblood of Africa's growth, and our continent is leading worldwide, with women making up 58% of Africa's self-employed population. Entrepreneurship can also be very lonely and expensive without access to finance, but women are rising above these challenges through collaborations. We are here to share these stories from the AWEC Alumni Network over the next 15 minutes. We hope the women's journeys inspire you.
Welcome to this episode of the She Makes Africa podcast. My name is Priska Mofunde, co-founder of the Maker Club, a Zimbabwean edtech company working in the education space. And I was part of cohort 4. I'm joined by my co-host, Frida. Frida, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, everyone out there. My name is Frida Moyambo. I live in Zimbabwe, just like Priska does. I run a fashion apparel business called Zoe Kwan. And in my spare time, I love researching and writing about African food.
So today we have a very special guest from the AWEC community. We have invited her to share specifically about how she's leveraging AWEC relationships to grow and strengthen her business through collaborations. Beatrice, please introduce yourself to our audience and tell us a little bit about yourself, your business, and what led you to become an entrepreneur.
Thank you very much. Beatrice Kariuki, founder of the Roadwise Association of Kenya. I am a wife, I am a mother, I'm an entrepreneur. So my journey began in 2016 actually. In fact, having lived in Europe for quite some time, it gave me the confidence to finally accept that I'm not a very good employee. And it gave me the confidence to know I can start a business and work on it and make it successful. So in 2017, we relocated back to Kenya. And there are 3 things that were very clear in my mind. I did not want to operate a charity. I wanted to work in a community-related field. And I wanted whatever I do to be impact-oriented. So having come back to Kenya, we straight away went into the transport sector, doing dashboard cameras. Then this again worked 2017, 2018, 2019 again. I still thought I'm still not achieving my purpose for coming back to Kenya to work and to start a business. So from there, the association was founded and it was formally registered in 2020. Of course, 2020, we got through the COVID season and we went through that. 2021, again, I got my 3rd born child. And as I was staying at home and taking care of the child, I still had this nagging feeling that I need to make this road safety journey work. And so with that, I met a mentor and a friend of mine actually at the time. I met them, and as we were discussing, the lady actually told me, I've done AWEC and I want you to go through the journey because I know AWEC will show you and will open your mind towards entrepreneurship. So I thought, oh, brilliant. So she sent me the forms, filled them in, and that's how I got to realize how complex entrepreneurship can be. And it is a journey. It's not, if you're building a business, it needs to be built for scalability, for longevity. It needs to grow and last. So fortunately, I got selected for AWEC. So I was part of AWEC cohort 5. Yeah, and I think AWEC taught me a lot. I cannot ignore the impact that AWEC brought to me because first of all, it made me realize that my company I can actually create a business doing road safety, So, because again, road safety is viewed as a free enterprise, most people think, oh, yeah, we'll just come do campaigns. But I knew I did not want to go through that route. So, again, AWEC helped my mind go through the process and actually realize whatever I'm trying to do is to transform attitudes and behavior through road safety education. So, I was able to define my business a bit more clearly. I was actually able to define who my customer is. What do they look like? What is their journey? Why would so I was able to answer all these questions, and it also gave me a good solid knowledge on business operations. So starting from hiring to manage to social media to so it was able to bring all these components together in my mind so that I can be a good entrepreneur.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Beatrice. It sounds very much like your process has been a journey of different stages.
Yes.
And I love the fact that you are quite clear about what you are not, as in not a good employee, and realizing that your space was actually in business, but not just
Yes.
any business, but a profitable business as opposed to running a charity. And then coming into AWEC to get the structure that you realized that you needed in order to build a scalable business. So you spoke about how you ended up with AWEC, the lady who connected you to it, being selected for cohort 5, and with becoming an alumni of this community, you are now part of a network of 1,000 women across the African continent who are involved in various sectors. So my question would be, with this growing network of women that you have become a part of, do you have examples of AWEC sisters that you've collaborated with? And what was the nature of that collaboration? Was it successful? Maybe if you could talk us through some of that.
Okay. So yes, I collaborated with one of the sisters in Ghana. She runs a fleet business, a vehicle hire. Yeah, she runs a fleet business. So we were able to collaborate in terms of, because there's a United Nations led road safety week, so promoting for their theme was streets for life. So they are promoting safer streets for everybody to use. So from the road users to motorists to cyclists, everybody can interact with the road safely and as a unit, as opposed to everybody doing whatever they need to do on the road. So it was calling for people to be safer on the streets. So we collaborated with her on that. And one of the things we wanted to do is to promote safer streets for our local communities. So we were very clear on that. And we were able to engage. So her being in Ghana, she was able to engage with her community virtually and through physical engagements as well. Then collectively, we were able to engage on social media collectively. And then on my side here in Kenya, we also did the same. We promoted a safer street, so highlighting on things like speeds, road signs, use of motorbikes, things like that. So yeah, I think it went well. Yeah, considering that was the best we could do at the time.
Okay, that sounds excellent. And to think that you are based in Kenya and the sister you're collaborating with is based in Ghana is amazing, that this community is able to bring people from across the continent, connect their paths for mutual benefit and for the benefit of their business is just extraordinary. So how did you meet up with the AWEC sister from Ghana? What was that process like?
Okay, so we actually met in Kenya when we had the graduation ceremony for cohort 5. That's when we met. And yeah, we thought actually we need to do this thing together. So in a space of a few weeks, we were able to discuss what we need to do, what our needs team to do, what needs to be in place. And that was it. We just went ahead and did it. Because again, the beauty was in the simplicity of what we were trying to achieve. Because again, road safety runs across the whole world. We cannot say it's a Kenyan problem or it's a Ghanaian problem. It's a worldwide problem. So we kept it very simple and we decided this is what we are going to do, this is how we are going to do it, and we went with it. And yeah, I would say it was successful, considering the amount of time we had to plan and the amount of resources we put to it. It was successful.
More after the break. This is the She Makes Africa podcast, brought to you by the AWEC Alumni Network. We are here to build a community for African women entrepreneurs. If you have a story to tell, share it with us. Also, if you know a sister who could benefit from the AWEC program, encourage her to sign up and make a difference. Subscribe to our podcast on YouTube or Spotify for podcasters if you would like to help us expand our reach. Like, share, comment. Thank you for listening.
So my next question has to do with just comparing collaboration with an AWEC sister to collaborating with someone who maybe hasn't gone through a program like AWEC.
Yes.
What would you say are the benefits of collaborating with someone who has been through the same program you have been through?
I think one, someone who has not been in the AWEC program, first of all, the AWEC program is designed has that commonality that we are both women, that we are both Africa, and we can do this. We have common to make Africa great because again we've been taught by the same mentors. I think that is what makes it easier.
Excellent. So if we are projecting into the future,
Yes.
and you're looking at the relationships you have available to you in the AWEC community, how do you think your participation within the community can impact your business strategy going forward?
We have all sorts of people within the AWEC community. So for me, moving forward, I would like, in fact, one of the areas I'm really looking to partner with is in marketing. And I know there are people or there are ladies who are in a similar space. So actually, that is what I'm on the lookout for right now. I'm looking for someone because again, when we talk about road safety, I think it's something that it doesn't matter whether you're in Ghana, whether you're in Nairobi, whether you are in Harare. It doesn't matter because I think the baseline problems are similar. So I'm thinking even if I partner with someone who lives somewhere else in Africa, we will have that commonality because road safety is a unique problem that's across board. So if I can get someone to help me with my marketing strategies, that would be awesome. In fact, I will get some more information and maybe they can get some more information from me. So I think, yeah, it would be awesome to do that.
Okay, excellent. So maybe if we could just dive deeper into this aspect of business strategy. How has being part of the AWEC community impacted your business strategy? And I think we'd love to hear how your strategy since joining AWEC has changed to the strategy you had before joining AWEC.
Okay. All right. As I said, when I joined AWEC, I was very green to entrepreneurship. I was completely green. So, what has changed? My perception then when I started is not my perception now. First of all, AWEC was able to give me that perception that actually road safety you can actually make money out of it, because at first I was not so sure. I could not see the path. But now, after joining AWEC, after identifying who my customer is, after all those sessions, I was able to now know articulately who my customer is. And then from there, now we've able to develop from our courses to our trainers to the way we work. In fact, the business operation now in AWEC and stopped because I thought I'm doing this thing wrong. So when I graduated in April, I decided I'm going to start afresh, and this is what I'm going to do. We had to even change our tagline. So now we are focused on road safety education as opposed to just training. We are proactively um, changing the way people look at road safety. And from there now, yeah, I think that is the biggest AWEC has given me.
So from what you've said, Beatrice, it sounds like the AWEC program and the AWEC community have really shifted the outlook of your business and changed your strategy, including things like your tagline, your product offering, and your client targeting. That is absolutely amazing. So you spoke earlier about collaborating with the AWEC sister in Ghana and potential collaborations that you'd love in marketing so that you can reach out to sisters in other regions within the transport space. So my next question really has to do with advice. What advice would you give to AWEC sisters looking to collaborate with their peers in the AWEC community?
I think what I would tell them is look at the bigger picture, because you will find markets need each. For example, I, I'm in the transport sector within the education industry. So in fact, if you look for like an educationist within what I'm doing, it doesn't mean because they're talking about I think there's power in collaboration. That's what I'm trying to say. There's power in collaboration, and just look at the market space you are in, because again the markets are, we can merge markets. Someone in marketing can merge with someone probably in in the finance sector. They can find a collaboration with that. So I think either you look, as long as you have that commonality and agree, this is what we are doing, this is what we are going to do, I don't see harm in collaborations. I really don't.
All right. No, excellent. Thank you so much for that advice. I am really encouraged to hear about your journey and the impact that the AWEC program has had on your business in terms of just helping you to consolidate what your business is and where you want it to go. And I think it's also testimony to the clarity you had going into business in terms of the impact that you wanted and the value that you wanted the business to give to you. And I think I am so happy that we have had you come on, just freshly joining the AWEC alumni community, graduating this year, and you're already gung-ho about the value of being part of the community, connecting with others and collaborating. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your journey. And we hope to be meeting you on safer streets in Kenya and all across Africa.
In fact, I really hope so, because there's something I forgot to mention. In fact, my journey has now led me into purposely becoming a training. So we've been accredited by the Trainers Authority in Kenya to actually know we can issue certificates, we can proactively train and educate, because again, that was the essence, that was the goal of what we're trying to do. Because you cannot transform attitudes and behaviors just by sensitizing. People have to be proactively educated throughout. because there's no change that we can get without proper educational system. So I'm really, really, really happy that we were able to do that. And that clarity came just through the AWEC journey. So I'm really happy to be part of AWEC.
Oh,
And even
congratulations.
AWEC giving me the opportunity, even AWEC giving me the opportunity to be part of them really. So I'm really happy. Thank you.
No, thank you so much. And congratulations on your training
Thank you.
accreditation. That's a huge milestone. And I hope
I
that
think
it takes your business further.
I really applaud you. Thank you so much for everything you shared. You have truly shared so much wisdom, and we are honored to have had you as our guest. To all our friends out there, we love hearing from you. We want you to let us know what your key takeaways are from this episode. Leave us a message in the comments. We're on YouTube, we're on Spotify for podcasters. Let us know if you're inspired to take action and collaborate with an AWEC sister. You could be our next guest. Thank you ever so much. Once again, thank you very much for joining the She Makes Africa podcast, brought to you through the efforts of the AWEC Alumni Network. Until next time, let's collaborate